Sagittarius doesn't follow the rules, they rewrite them. They leap before they look, speak before they filter, and chase freedom like it's the only thing keeping them alive. People say Sagittarius is reckless, and you know what? They are. Reckless with limitations, reckless with fear, reckless with anything that tries to cage their fire. But that's not something to shame. It's something to celebrate. Here are 5 reasons why Sagittarius is seen as the most reckless sign in the zodiac, and why that wild energy is exactly what makes them unstoppable. 1. They say yes before asking how. And that's their magic. Sagittarius doesn't overthink, they act. They dive headfirst into new opportunities, experiences, and adventures with a kind of boldness most people only dream of. Sure, they've made some impulsive decisions. Sure, they've chased ideas without a backup plan. But that's what makes them magnetic. They trust the leap more than the landing. Their so-called recklessness is actually faith. Faith in life, faith in movement, faith in their ability to figure it out once they're already halfway there. 2. They speak the truth, even when it hurts. Sagittarius doesn't sugarcoat. If there's a truth that needs to be said, they'll say it. Blunt, unfiltered, and brutally honest. To some, that makes them reckless with words. But to Sagittarius, truth is sacred, and censorship is a cage. Their honesty can cut deep, but it also clears the air. They'll say what everyone else is too scared to admit, and in doing so, they set people free. Their mouth may get them into trouble, but their heart is always in the right place. 3. They'll burn it all down to chase what feels right. Sagittarius doesn't cling to comfort. They'd rather walk away from something stable than stay stuck in something that no longer inspires them. That might look reckless, quitting jobs, changing cities, leaving relationships without looking back. But what they're really doing is listening to their soul, not society. They know that growth requires risk, and they'd rather risk everything than betray their own spirit. Their fire is not for containment, it's for expansion. 4. They learn through living, not planning. Sagittarius doesn't sit on the sidelines studying life. They dive into the mess and learn by doing. They don't need perfect conditions or a 10-step plan. They need momentum. This can make them seem disorganized or chaotic, but beneath the wild energy is a deep hunger for experience. They grow through movement, they evolve through exposure, and their reckless way of learning often puts them years ahead of people who waited for the perfect time. They don't just live life, they devour it. We've published a brand new book covering all 12 zodiac signs, now available on Amazon. If you've been enjoying this content and want to support what we're building, grabbing a copy is a great way to help us grow. We've also partnered with Kasamba, who are offering 3 free minutes with 3 different advisors specializing in astrology, tarot, and psychic readings. If you're curious about your future or need guidance, it's the perfect way to explore. You'll find both links in the bio and pinned comment. Now, let's get into the 5th and final reason. 5. They break rules, but not morals. Sagittarius pushes limits, defies systems, and questions everything. They challenge norms not because they want chaos, but because they believe in truth, freedom, and authenticity. Their recklessness isn't about being careless, it's about being unapologetically real. They won't play by rules that don't make sense. They won't stay silent to keep the peace. And they won't pretend to be someone they're not, even if it costs them. They follow their inner compass, and it rarely leads them wrong. Even when the world calls them reckless, Sagittarius knows they're just brave enough to be free. So is Sagittarius reckless? Absolutely, but only with the things that never mattered in the first place. They break molds, not hearts. They challenge comfort, not character. And if their fire burns too bright for some, that's not their problem. If Sagittarius is in your life, don't try to tame them. Walk beside them and let them show you what real freedom looks like. And if you are the Sagittarius, own your wild, protect your fire, and never let anyone shame you for living life at full speed.